This is elbow extension pails and rails. So an isometric here. We're going to be using across a barbell. I'd suggest having a towel, something sort of thick you can rest your elbow on for comfort, and a light dumbbell. Don't go heavy with these ones. Light one is going to be fine. The other option I'll show you with is a resistance band. I'll show you that at the end if you need to use that. So I'm going to grab onto my dumbbell with my palm facing up towards the ceiling, and I'm going to have my elbow, my tip of my elbow, hanging over the edge of the bar here like this. So I'm here, again, making sure you've got this comfortable surface, or else this is going to get uncomfortable very quickly. And then from here, I'm just letting my arm come out. So I'm not letting my whole shoulder punch forward here. I'm just keeping my elbow fairly straight here and letting it descend towards the ground. For more of a stretch sensation, you can let the fingers dangle out a little bit here. So I'm just gripping it at the tip of my fingers here like this. So we'd hold our passive stretch here, as we always do, for our 2 minutes. And then we go into our pails and rails. So my other hand here can come to the inside here of the elbow, so it's not going to allow any movement. I'll take a breath in. I would brace through my entire body, and then with a gentle intensity first, I start trying to make a bicep curl. I'm contracting the inside here of my elbow at like a 2 out of 10. I ramp up 4, 6, 8, 7, whatever is listed there for you. Contracting, trying to make that bicep curl, but I can't actually move at all. I'm squeezing, 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 and then I reverse direction. And now I contract the bottom side, the tricep side of my elbow, and I try to further straighten, straighten, matching that same intensity that we got to on the pails. So if that's too intense for you, like having that dangling out there, obviously you can lower the weight. The other thing you can do is use a resistance band here. So I can use a resistance band around my dumbbell like this. If you don't need this, then don't worry about it. So that when I straighten my elbow out, I can use my pull of the band here. I can just help myself a little bit, and so it's not as intense. So I can use that. If I feel comfortable, I can let it go, let the slack out a little bit. The other thing that the band is quite good for is that when you relax, when you finish your first set, say you've got 2 or 3 sets, and rather than coming out of position, if you can stay in the position, you can just use the band here just for a little bit of support in between the sets. Take a couple of breaths, and then get a little bit deeper into that range. Because when you do that, finish that first set, it's pretty intense at that end range position. You're going to want to come out immediately, and if you have to, that's fine. But just giving yourself a little pull of that band can relieve some of that tension for you.